Hi guys, welcome to this tutorial on how to draw in the tie beams between the portal frame. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check my object snaps. I'm going to ensure that the only one that I've got activated is the node snap. This will allow me to select the system line on the columns to easily position the tie beams. To position a tie beam, I'm going to draw it manually using the roll dissection from the home panel. If I click it, it will ask me to select a locate point on the system axis. And you can see, because I've got the node snap only activated, I don't have to actually zoom in that far, but just to show you, it's selecting that point and then that point on the top of that raft, on that column. I right click, choose my section size, in this case let's say it's a 152, adjust my positioning as necessary. If I go to the middle, left, right, but I'm just going to go top of the bottom, top of the top flange, and I'm going to set the model roll to beam. I'm going to repeat the process and draw another roll dissection on this side. Again, it will reflect the same properties for the positioning, but what it won't do is it won't set the model roll, so I'm just going to select that as beam. To draw the tie beam on the rafter, I'm going to switch my UCS palette and use the UCS at Object tool. I then select my rafter and select the Z direction. That will orientate the UCS to sit on top of the rafter. I then go to my roll dissection, draw it from the apex to the apex. Again, set the model roll to beam, and I'm just going to use a simple move tool. I'm going to move this beam down my rafter 750 millimeters. To repeat the process, I'm going to go back to my UCS palette, UCS at Object again, select the rafter on the other side, again select the Z direction. Then I can simply draw from node to node. Again, I set the model roll and then a simple move tool to move it down the rafter. So to get the other tie beams into position, I'm going to use a transform element. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to reset my UCS back to the world, then click the tools palette, then I've got the transform element button. So in a previous tutorial I explained how to use each of these options, so I'm just going to go and select my 4 tie beams. I'm going to use the copy action, 5 meter spacing and 2 number copies. I then click OK, and that will copy the tie beams along the rest of my portal frame structure. So thank you very much. Join me again soon for another tutorial using Autodesk Advanced Steel.